right, everybody, welcome to episode 51 of the Division Z podcast. My name is Jason.
And I'm K Cosmic.
My dude, there is a lot to talk about. There is so much.
Yeah, I mean, there is. It's funny because we go from one episode where there's not so much to talk about, and then next episode, Jason Blundell, E3, all these things come into one
everything. We got Black Ops Cold War Season 4. We've got Jason Blundell starting his new studio. We've got E3 2021. Guys, how did we get here? This whole week has been insane for gaming. And, dude, I guess, what do we even start with? I guess we'll start with Black Ops Cold War, just because we are, you know, we do talk about zombies mainly.
Zombies.
We talk about the zombies.
Yeah, why not? We'll leave the best for last, which I feel we can agree is Jason Blundell. We'll leave him for last.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that actually. But anyways, Black Ops Cold War Season 4 this week, tomorrow is the start of a new week, so technically next week.
Yeah.
June 17th, we're getting a brand new season, brand new operator, brand new storyline, brand new round-based map within the season as well, new Outbreak location, and Outbreak Easter egg Part 2. I'm pretty excited. For this. Yep. And what are your thoughts?
Wow. Outbreak Easter egg, always a good thing. I'm quite excited for Part 2 because I think Part 1 was good. I'm excited to see what they're doing with Part 2. Obviously, definitely. When that comes in, I think that'll build a lot of hype, and especially for something like Outbreak, it'll be very important for it because I think the game mode of Outbreak itself is like adding all these things to it will make it a lot better in the long run. And I think it's fair to say that a lot of the community don't like the game mode too much or they're not too fond of it. So by them updating it and adding in like Part 2 to the Easter egg and seeing what the main purpose of the game mode is in terms of story, I think it'll be a very good setup, and I think the community will be in a very happy place before we get our round-based map.
Yeah, and I think you make a really good point there where, this is the setup for our new round-based map. The story, Treyarch is telling the story in chronological order, unlike they did with Chaos and Black Ops 4. But they're telling this story in chronological order.
God, don't even go with that. That was all over the place.
So Outbreak Easter egg Part 2 is the prologue to the new round-based map. Should be pretty interesting. The new Outbreak location is called Zoo. It looks like it's an abandoned Russian zoo in the Ural Mountains, which looks pretty cool from what we've seen so far, at least. And Treyarch actually changed their profile picture earlier today to some sort of Outbreak icon. So it's either one of two things. It's either going to be a new Outbreak objective, or it's going to be the objective for the Easter egg, because it looked very stylized, looked very, looked more distinct than maybe some of the other objective icons. So, we'll see.
Now. I actually haven't seen it. Let me have a look at it now.
But I think to kind of piggyback off your point, if people don't really like Outbreak, or rather, I should reword that, they're not very fond of Outbreak because people would much rather have round-based maps than more Outbreak maps, and that's a fact. I know the majority of the community would want that, but honestly, I've come to the realization that I'm just going to be happy with whatever I get.
Whatever we get,
whatever kind of content we get, because I'm having a ton of fun with Cold War Zombies, whether it's new round-based, whether it's new Outbreak. Don't get me wrong, I want a lot of round-based maps too, but, I'm just happy with what we get. I'm not entirely complacent, but, I'm appreciative of what we have.
I mean, with Outbreak, right? I think you gotta look at it like this. I think Outbreak itself provides a lot more content than one standard round-based map does. And the fact that they can update it constantly as well is also a good thing. Well, zombie maps, they can't really update them. They can add new perks and things like that, but they're not gonna go to an old map like the machine, like, oh yeah, here's an objective here, here's something there. And I think what they're really trying to do is they're trying to make it so that zombies can be updated constantly in a sense in the long run. As fun as survival maps are, I can see what they're trying to do with Outbreak, right? But I think if they can nail what they're trying to go for and get enough content on the map and give people reasons to play, I think people will maybe choose that one day over a survival map. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather one survival map or all the Outbreak stuff we've gotten so far in place of that? Because you got to remember as well that Outbreak came out not too long after Firebase Z, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like 2-3 weeks maybe.
Yeah, because Firebase Z was the middle of season 1, and then Outbreak was the beginning of season 2. So yeah, maybe like 2 or 3
Yeah,
weeks.
2 or 3 weeks, right? We've gotten a lot of content in the game mode when it comes to just like updates. Like obviously we've gotten new objectives and then Easter eggs as well. The Easter egg they added in at least. They've added a lot into it. What would you rather? What would you rather? That or a survival map?
You
Round
know,
based.
I mean, at this point, I would. My instinct is telling me both, right? Because of
Yeah,
course
I
I
like
want both. But
Yeah.
I mean, if this is a game mode that Treyarch can consistently update and bring content to, why wouldn't they? While they
Yeah.
take more time to polish and flesh out the round-based map, which is going to be in Berlin. It's going to be in the subway station. It looks like, which by the way is very interesting. In the teaser we saw, the layout of what we saw with the short 3-second teaser
Yeah.
is the gunfight map Ubon. So they're going to put the gunfight map Ubon
Yeah.
in this new map, which is really interesting because we've had Onslaught Containment, which Onslaught Containment was the Onslaught on the gunfight maps, which they
Yeah.
took out of the game, which I'm very sad about, but,
The best game mode. Or one of the best.
it's
Good game
one of
mode.
the best. Definitely one of the best. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's outside of the subway station and
Oh yeah,
seeing
no,
what
I think it'll be
happens
good.
there.
Now I wonder, will we spawn in that area?
Maybe. I don't know, to be honest. We'll have to see because
hmm.
this week is going to be a bunch of teasers. This week's going
Yeah.
to be a bunch, or
Which-
this next coming week is going to be a bunch of teasers.
Yeah, which I mean, as zombie players, you can only be excited about. You can only really be excited about. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
So that's,
mean-
that's really the news there for the zombies map. It's in Berlin. It's
Yeah.
in a subway station. Outbreak Part 2. What's going to happen? Not sure. Maybe Ravenov and Max is fucked up and the missiles aren't actually going into the middle of the Pacific Ocean and they're going to go somewhere in the United States. I don't know.
I mean, I can see like Attack of the Radioactive thing kind of happening with what they're trying to do. Like, oh, let's just boot him in the ocean.
Dude, I don't know.
I can imagine like a boss fight with a massive shark, like octopus monster.
That'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. If the swimming works well, then I wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah,
we'll have to
God.
see. We'll have to see. An underwater zombies boss fight. Now that would be crazy. That would be crazy. I mean, you kind of have. I mean, you had Zetsubo where you're fighting zombies and thrashers underwater, but I mean, not like an actual proper boss fight.
I think if they were to do that, they would have to make it so like you got some equipment, so you could it'd be like Moon essentially. Like you didn't have to.
You didn't have to what? Well, hang on momentarily, folks. It seems as Cosmic is frozen at the moment. Hopefully he reconnects and gets back to us soon. But I think what he's trying to say is that it would be cool to have a underwater breathing suit, kind of like the space suit on Moon, and even Leviathan. We had that custom zombies map Leviathan. They had the underwater breathing suit. So Treyarch can definitely implement something like that, and it would make for a really interesting boss fight. Maybe the Leviathan could be part of the boss. I mean, I don't know. Something similar to that creature could be interesting. The zombie shark, zombie squid, zombie, I don't know, prehistoric dinosaur, freaking crazy sea creature, Loch Ness monster. I don't know. It could be interesting. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely have to see what happens.
Here, hello.
Oh, he's here. Hello. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Black Ops Cold War Season 4. Should be really interesting to see what happens, especially with the new Outbreak region, Outbreak Easter Egg Part 2, the new Berlin map, all that kind of crazy stuff. But of course, today's episode, we got a lot more to talk about, my friend.
Yeah,
and what better
more than
thing to talk
zombies.
about? What better thing to talk about than E3?
Yeah.
E3. Can you believe E3 is... Honestly, I wasn't aware that E3 was this week until like 2 days before. I thought it was later in the month. I'm going to be totally honest with you.
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise.
Because you had Summer Games Fest, right? You had Summer Games Fest, which was really cool. That's where we got the Black Ops Cold War Season 4 premiere.
Yeah.
And then E3, of course, you had what was today? Today was Bethesda, Xbox, and Square Enix.
Yes, it was.
And then yesterday was Ubisoft. And
The day before that was
who else was yesterday? It was Ubisoft and what?
uh
I forgot. But it's not the point.
but
That's not the point. There's a bunch of games. There's a bunch of games. Battlefield 2042.
Oh yes.
Battlefield 2042. What do we think of Battlefield 2042? I'm actually looking forward to it. I saw the gameplay trailer earlier today, made a reaction video to it, and it looks really fun. It definitely looks really fun. What do you think about it, Cosmic?
I think with Battlefield 5, they were trying to make a game that I don't even know what game they're trying to make. The game wasn't the greatest, and with the new Battlefield 6, or Battlefield 2042 even, I think it's really bringing that back to like Battlefield 4 vibes, Battlefield maybe 3 in a sense, even though it's in the future. Don't get me wrong. I think this is the best thing they could have done because they can do anything with the setting now. I've said this a lot of times. They can do anything with the setting because it's not too far in the future where like there's flying about and stuff, but they can add in cool weapons, and it's not too far in the past where it's kind of silly of them to add in modern weapons and weapons in the future. I think the fact that they're not doing a campaign this year, are they?
I heard reports of no campaign in this new Battlefield. Interesting. So it's just going to be strictly multiplayer, which can definitely make for a more concentrated experience. And what I mean by that is that they'll be able to allocate more resources to just that one particular game mode and make that the best it can be. And I think this game can definitely benefit from what I'm going to be calling the Black Ops 2 effect, where Black Ops 2, it's in the future, but it's not that far in the future, right? I mean, Black Ops 2 took place in 2025. We're 4 years away from that, by the way.
That's weird, because that came out in 2012, wasn't it? It came out in 2012.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Oh!
We're 4 years away from the Black Ops 2 campaign. That's going to be crazy.
Hey, listen.
Menendez in real life, everybody.
Only time will tell. Black Ops 2 is realistic. The setting. Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. It'll be really interesting. But Battlefield, I think looks really interesting. As someone who's mainly played Call of Duty for most of their gaming career, I played Battlefield 4, but not as extensively. I played the campaign for Battlefield 4. Didn't really play a lot of the multiplayer, but I thought it was decent. So I want to take this year to actually give Battlefield a shot. I want to take this year to say, hey, Battlefield, I want to play your game, and I want to see what you have to offer, because I love Call of Duty, I love zombies, but I want to play other things. And I think I see myself in the future making more Battlefield videos alongside the Call of Duty videos, just because it looks like Battlefield's that kind of fun war.
I feel like you can make a bunch of content on it. And like whether that's just playing the game or like making class setup videos or just anything like that, I feel like the game's gonna provide a lot.
Looks pretty interesting too. I like the look of the maps. The maps look really nice. You got that one with the tornado in the middle of it, kind of like that.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's gonna be really interesting to see how the weather affects the multiplayer and how the weather affects what's going on, because we've never really seen that in any game particularly before. I mean, besides the storm, right? Like you have the storm in Fortnite, you got the gas in Warzone, but not like nature. Nature is affecting you, I see the chat right now asking any games besides shooters from E3 you're excited about. We are going to talk about that momentarily, but at the moment we are talking about Battlefield. So go ahead and say what you were talking about, Cosmic.
Well, like, I don't know. I think the weather effect is just going to be like, again, it's not really been done before, and I think it's because of two factors. One, previous gen wasn't powerful enough to make it do it in the way that they wanted to do it, obviously. With Battlefield, the main focus of the game is combat, first of all, and second of all, the main focus, I believe, is the environments and what they can do with them, like buildings breaking down, things like that. And this game, I think they're going to go completely ham with that, and with the weather effects and that they're adding in, I think it's just going to look great, it's going to play great, it's going to be just a fun experience. And I think the game is going to have that fun factor. I think, looking at this game, the Battlefield 5, to me personally, didn't look like it had the fun factor. Battlefield 1, maybe slightly. Battlefield 4, for me, had the fun factor. This game looks like it's going to have that fun factor that's going to bring people in, and it's going to get people excited. And it's, in a good way as well, it's actually good for COD, because now they have more competition, because the past year, 2 years or so, COD's not really had any competition when it comes to battle royales,
Mm-hmm.
just standard multiplayer. It's been pretty quiet. So have another shooter that's pretty well known
Yeah.
come out. It can only do good. It can only do good.
Really try to get that competition going. Try
Yeah.
to make call. If anything, if Battlefield turns into a really big success this year, this will force Call of Duty to change again.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we had the change with Modern Warfare and Warzone, but this will force Call of Duty to change again if Battlefield becomes a huge hit this year. And dare I say it, I don't know if this will happen, but of course there's always that chance because you never know what's going to happen. If Battlefield outsells Call of Duty this year, which the likelihood of that, I don't
Pretty
know.
large, actually. I don't know because like,
but
I mean,
if that happens, Activision's got to do something because I know a lot of people are becoming very there's a word I'm trying to look for here, but they're very outspokenly negative about the game now more so than ever before in Call of Duty's history. So it would really force Activision to do something if Battlefield somehow outsells Call of Duty this year.
yeah. I think as well, it's like you're comparing the settings. Battlefield 2042 obviously is in the future, while leaked Call of Duty World War II Vanguard is in the past. From what we can see from Battlefield, the game is pretty well put together, and I think it's very much so in a playable state. From what we've heard about COD World War II Vanguard, it's really not like that at all.
Yeah,
And
I've been hearing a little bit here and there. I haven't really been keeping up to date with the rumors and leaks because you know me,
yeah,
I want to try to
yeah.
experience everything firsthand. But
Well,
I've heard a little bit of it, and I heard it's not looking the greatest.
no, there's some zombie news kind of related to it. It's from a leaker that's kind of
Oh,
credible.
that's right.
I mean,
Treyarch is going to be working with Sledgehammer on it, right?
it's not even that. It's I mean, it's not really anything like spoiling the game. So I'll talk about it. It's more that the Dark Ether story is going to continue in the next game, which we all kind of saw coming.
Really?
But it won't be connected. It won't be connected to the past World War II game in any way. So it's going to continue the Dark Ether story or be a prequel to it, whatever way you kind of like. I'd imagine maybe if they're doing a prequel, then this one's going to be the canon of what happens during that time period, since there's not a zombie outbreak anymore. Is my idea about it.
If that's true, then I think that's a great move.
Yeah,
Because
I think it's well.
I mean, you just can. Yeah, you have something good here. You have something good here with the way Black Ops Cold War Zombies works. Keep going.
Yeah, build more of a story with it. Like I think that works
Exactly.
perfectly. Yeah.
You know, the story's
So
already good. Again, read the intel.
yeah,
Read the intel. Listen to the audio logs. And I mean, this could be an opportunity to introduce story more directly too, and then they can really find a balance between gameplay and story. So I don't know. It could be really interesting. The
yeah.
chat is saying, sorry if this isn't on topic, but do you recommend Battlefield games for a casual player for shooters? You know, I haven't personally played a ton of Battlefield, so I
can
can't
really
really
give
answer that.
I can probably give an opinion. If you're looking for a fun game to play, like as far as Battlefield to go, or you're trying to get into the series, Battlefield 4 is quite good. Battlefield 3 I've heard is quite good as well. I recommend Battlefield 4. That's one I've played the most. It's the most kind of like how do I say it? I think it's the best game to start off with if you're getting brand new to the series, because it's probably the game that's going to be most similar to Battlefield 2042. So I'd recommend that. I wouldn't recommend Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5. I'd just leave them alone. Those I mean, Battlefield 1's okay, but Battlefield 5 is a bit in terms of gameplay, it's not the best. So I would probably leave that. But Battlefield 4, definitely recommend. Can always recommend Battlefield 4.
Well, there you go, chat. Hopefully that helps you. Hopefully that answers your question. But yeah, man, E3 very action packed this year, and I you know, it was really interesting. I saw some seeing some of the game premieres, right, and calling back to some of the games I haven't played in years, like Far Cry. Got a new Far Cry game coming out. That looks really cool. Definitely gonna stream that.
That's be fun.
And there was an arcade game a while back that I played. I remember Metal Slug, and now they're making a new Metal Slug game. So I want to play that because that, to me, that's some extra nostalgia. You know, I might be a youngin, but I remember the Metal Slug arcade machines. So I definitely want to pick up Metal Slug Tactics. I
Yeah.
think it's available for pre-order on Steam, so I think I'll try to do that. So that's gonna be really awesome. Since E3 is still going on right now, I don't know if this game has been talked about yet, but Kena Bridge of Spirits is another game I'm looking forward to, and I'm really hoping we get more information on that during E3 this year, because that game looks really cool. And Halo Infinite also looks really fun to play.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be free multiplayer,
Which is always a win.
multiplayer. That's a win in my book.
I mean,
I think that's a huge power play.
the one thing that benefits Halo and holding it back as well is the fact that obviously it's an exclusive. So I think it's quite fitting.
It's free multiplayer Xbox PC cross-platform
PC,
now.
yeah, true. I mean, yeah, true. A PC actually, I didn't even think of that. You're right, but I think just owning an Xbox One makes it so you can play the game. I mean, I guess is it capped to Series X? I'm guessing.
I don't know. I mean, I personally think that would be a bad idea if they were to just cap a game at the next gen. But
yeah, you know what I think? Here's what I think they'll do. I think they're gonna do it so it's just across the board on Xbox and PC. And
Definitely.
honestly, that's just that would be the best thing for the game because they already have such a player base there for the game already because that's the console they're choosing for that. And if they do that, that's going to have to make Sony make some decisions about what they're going to want to do with multiplayer games in the future as well.
For sure.
Because obviously the reason they're doing this is because in the long run they'll make more money. They'll make more money because they'll have some sort of system in it like battle passes or something like that. They'll have something like that in it. And in the long run, it's going to make the game better to play because there's going to be a bigger player base. I mean, I don't know how hard it would be to hack the game. I imagine they would care a bit more than Warzone.
I would hope that Halo Infinite would have an anti-cheat. I would be very disappointed if it didn't, because man, I was watching some Warzone streamers the other day, and dude, they came across a hacker. Like it was getting towards the final circle, and this hacker just beamed them with the carve. And
of course he did.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, these guys I was watching, shout out to Blast, by the way. He's a really talented guy. I was watching him the other day. Here you have some really talented Warzone players that are really good at the game. They've won a lot of money in tournaments. They do this competitively, and they want to practice. They want to get better, and then boom, a hacker shows up. Or even in the tournaments, these Warzone players have experienced hackers in tournaments. So it's just a huge mess, and I would really hope that games like Battlefield 2042 and Halo Infinite would have an anti-cheat just for multiplayer. And if they have their own Battle Royale, then I would hope they have their own anti-cheat for Battle Royale too. So, I think a lot of games can learn from the mistakes of Call of Duty and really, really shine in their own way. So that'd be really interesting to see what happens. Yeah.
I mean, that is the ideal situation because again, Warzone's fun and all, but it's a shame that Warzone's limited by Activision and the choices they make because it's all business, isn't it? It comes down to it's all business at the end of the day.
It's all a bunch of numbers, man.
Yeah, while Halo, I don't think it'll be so much business related. I think Halo's more of like a I'd say a bit more of a passion project. I don't think it's as much as it was back in the day when developers were making games that they wanted to make fun. But now I think Halo definitely making it free to play shows that they care more about the giving the experience to all Xbox players, which I think is cool. I think it's very cool. So
yeah, and my chat is saying here too. There's even hackers in Fall Guys. There you go. That's how ridiculous this whole hacking thing has gotten in gaming nowadays. Here's why I don't understand how that's fun. How is that fun?
Yeah, that's the thing for as well. I think they're just like, I'm better than you, haha. Like, but it's like, no, obviously, like, I don't know what joy you get out of it because it's like, you play a game to practice and get better than other people. What is the point of that? For example, a lot of people on Pokemon Go, right? A game I play on and off, but I'm playing a bit again, right? A lot of people will do this thing called I think it's called spoofing, where like they'll make it so that their player will be in somewhere else, like somewhere else in the country, and that's how they play and get Pokemon.
Oh,
right. But for me, that takes the fun factor away, kind of.
I see.
Like, I think they don't care about it as much anymore, but the people making the game didn't really like that a lot. So like a lot of people got banned and stuff, but people still do it, and it's pretty easy to do, just like playing your PC and stuff, right? But for me personally, it's like I think that experience of just not hacking and playing the game as you should, going outside, finding out new areas,
it's more rewarding.
It's more rewarding, yeah. Well, like people that cheat in COD of all things as well, when there's like no financial gain unless you're in a tournament. But if you are in the tournament, you'll be caught out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, the chat brings up a really interesting point right now. They're saying they're fishing for hate messages. They want people to criticize their actions. Like, but in the same way, it's like because are they looking for attention? Are they looking for attention? Are they looking for validation? I don't know. Like, I mean, there's even hackers in Plunder too. I personally like to play Plunder off stream when I'm just sitting and relaxing because I think it's kind of fun. And I've come across hackers in Plunder, and I just go, like, why? What are you doing?
Why?
What are you doing, motherfucker? Like, it's ridiculous.
Again, it's not like in the sense like like GTA. I feel like hacking in GTA for money. They're like doing glitches.
Oh God, yes.
That honestly, I can kind of see why you do it because there's so much in the game as there is to buy that. And the fact is as well is that they make so much money from the game anyway that like it doesn't really matter for the most part. I can completely, your friends are doing a heist and there's a glitch to get like a bunch of money. Go for it. It's not hurting anyone, but like don't do stuff where it's like
affecting other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you don't want to hack to screw over other people. Because glitches have existed in games since the beginning, probably,
and they're quite funny.
So you can't really help a glitch until a developer figures out, oh, there's a glitch that needs to be fixed. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Hacking is crazy in gaming. But you know, I hope that one particular studio definitely, if they decide to make multiplayer games, cracks down on this hacking thing and implements their anti-cheat, and that's Deviation Games.
Oh, nice transition.
Thank you. I am definitely looking forward to Jason Blundell's newest project being at Deviation Games. Now, of course, the zombies community is behind you 100%, Mr. Blundell.
Yes, 100%.
Because we know your passionate and talented work, and you bringing things to life like Mob of the Dead and Der Eisendrache, fan favorite zombies maps, and I'm definitely looking forward to your partnership with PlayStation to see what you guys can come up with.
Yeah. I'm excited. There's no other words. It's nice to see his face again. Honestly, seeing his face, which is like brought the sense of the community back in the nicest way. The community, it feels like in a way, it sparked that joy from like 2015. The
OG really zombies community nostalgia, but now it's being propelled into the future with Deviation Games.
Yeah. And they have JC as the community manager, I think, isn't it? I think
what a great fit.
What
a great fit. JC seems like a really nice guy, really compassionate and passionate guy. And what a better person to front the community management for a budding new development. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be great.
Nice. I think even the story as well of like him and Jason meeting, it's so fitting to have that funny whole thing happen in his apartment for Zombie Chronicles to
that was great.
Like so many years later to this. And JC, if you see this, we want you on the podcast. We want you on the podcast to talk about it. It's exciting. It's exciting. It's exciting. You are now invited on. Yeah.
You're now officially invited on to talk about the Deviation Games on the Division Z podcast. Talk about what's going to happen. I'm sure there's a lot of things that are classified, but I'm sure still be fun. Still be fun to talk to you about Deviation Games. Still fun to. Hey, why stop at JC? Jason Blundell.
Jason, get on here.
Get on here, Jason Blundell. Let's have a great time.
Honestly, I would love that. Honestly, that is an ideal situation for me.
Dude, that would be fun. That would be so fun. I think with this new developer or this new I keep wanting to say development. This new
Oop,
bye.
bruh,
Goodbye,
bruh, bruh.
camera.
Guess what? Guess what? I pressed the space bar by accident. I didn't realize it actually turned off my face cam. But I'm back
Rip.
now.
Hello. I think with this new game development company here, Deviation Games, I really hope, and I see people in the chat right now saying, I hope they make some zombies games because
Yeah, I mean, it's
that'd be
fitting, isn't
fun.
it? I wonder what could they do for? Do you think it'd be like an open world zombie game? Do you think it'd be like a Left 4 Dead situation? I think there's a few things.
I
Obviously,
don't know.
we've talked about before. I don't know what extent a developer could do a round-based zombies mode, especially him, for example, who used to work
But
on the older games.
hear me out.
Okay.
If Activision does not own the intellectual property rights to the Chaos storyline, Jason Blundell, please continue the Chaos storyline in your new game that you make with Deviation Games. I want to see the Chaos storyline be something great. I want to see the potential that we were left
Honestly.
with at the end of Ancient Evil, because I think Ancient Evil was a good ending point, good cliffhanger to see what's going to happen next with Medusa and Diego and Scarlet and all the new characters. And to me, it got me excited for the future. So whatever you do, if Activision doesn't own the IP for the Chaos storyline, Mr. Blundell,
Do something with it.
I hope you do. I really hope you do something with it.
Here's the thing as well, for right. Why let it just sit and die out? Why not actually make something of it? Because I don't think Activision will do anything with it. I think they'll just leave it alone forever.
Yeah,
So why
absolutely.
not let someone who's passionate about the story that they made continue it in one way, shape, or form?
Exactly, man.
Like,
that's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And so, yeah, since Jason Blundell's going to have the reins, it just makes sense to me. It just makes sense to me that Jason would continue the Chaos storyline in a new game, if he's allowed to do that. So
yeah. But let's say in a scenario he's not allowed to do. Okay, well, first of all, do you think he could get away with doing some sort of zombie game mode that focuses rounds?
Yes,
because
I mean, of course, it's the other Call of Duty developers that adapted the round-based thing, like World War II Zombies, Exo Zombies, things like that. Yeah. So I think if they can do it, why can't he? And think about it this way, too. You have... Survival is not a new concept. Fighting waves of enemies is not a new concept. So, yes, he can definitely get away with making round-based zombies if that's what they decide to do with Deviation Games. And, I think it could be really fun. Maybe we'll get Mob of the Dead remastered. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be nice? Really, really funny? It just, in some way, shape, or form, we get a true remastering of Mob of the Dead from Jason Blundell and whatever the new game is. And I don't know. That might sound like a pipe dream, but that'd be cool.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Phil, right? It's not like Activision own the rights to Alcatraz.
Well, but they do own. I would assume they do own the rights to the name, the characters. They might not have the licensing right now for the celebrity cast. They might not have that, but
Mob of the Dead. Name it. I don't know. Prison of Blood. Who cares, right? Something like that. Prison of Blood.
Prison of Blood.
Cast. If you have to make a new cast, just make a new cast. Even redesign the prison somewhat as well. Don't make it so it's completely similar. You just have to redesign it, like not as far as like actual layout goes, perhaps, because it's like pretty much a 1-to-1 scale with actual Alcatraz. But make it so it looks slightly different. Put that on a disc, and we'll all buy it.
Yeah,
we'll all buy it.
It could literally. And this is the zombies community, man. You could literally just put Mob of the Dead on a disc, and it would sell like hotcakes. That's it. That is it.
Honestly, yes.
But the chat, I agree with what the chat is saying. He'd probably have to pay royalties if he could even do it, and that is most likely the realistic situation there. But I still think it could be kind of cool, just because I love Mob of the Dead, and it's my favorite map, and
bring it back, please. Bring Bring back an
But
actual remaster, please. Come
the
on.
thing that I'm looking forward to the most, I think, with Deviation is the fact that Jason Blundell is just creating again, because
Yeah.
I really like the ideas and where him and Craig Houston took the Ether storyline and where it went from there with the really interesting deep themes of repeating the cycle and, you know, what is the meaning of everything, and you can really get in depth with the whole meaning of the universe with Call of Duty Zombies, I personally think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, if Jason Blundell and his cryptic kind of storytelling and the way he is, we can bring a little bit of that energy into a new IP that can definitely bring some sort of spark of excitement to, ooh, this is a very interesting game, and oh, very mysterious. Yeah. There's a larger plot, bigger than life situation going on here. And that's what I'm looking forward to, that Jason Blundell gets to create again.
Yeah.
Alongside all of his other colleagues at Deviation Games, which I'm sorry, I need to get to know all of you. I don't remember all of your names, but I would love to get to know all of you and what you guys have done in the past, because I'm looking forward to this.
Anything that studio makes is going to have a whole community behind it.
Absolutely.
And I think it's a chance for Jason to make the games that he actually wants to make, and there's no limits. Yep. I think the best situation for him. So
that's why it's called Deviation. Yeah. They've deviated from from
other
previous,
things.
They broke the cycle. They deviated. They broke
the cycle. Yes,
it just works.
Yeah. All I can say is I'm excited. I'm excited for whatever is yet to come.
Absolutely.
And I know whatever you make, it'll be good.
Absolutely, man. We got the chat here saying, did Blundell have anything to do with Buried? No, that was actually Jimmy Zielinski's final map. That was Buried. Yeah. Jason Blundell's first map, he directed. I mean, of course, because Jason Blundell, you got to keep in mind, he's worked at Treyarch a long time. Before Call of Duty even became big, he worked on the old Spider-Man games that Treyarch used to make. So Jason Blundell was there for a while, but the first map he truly got to produce and direct was Mob of the Dead.
He had some work behind Derice, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
I think he had some say in that, but it wasn't I think it was more to the extent that he would do things
just like a developer, you know.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That was more in that sense. And then obviously with Mob and Origins, that's when they really let him have his go.
Yeah. Will JC be taboo in Activision's eyes now? It's an interesting question, chat. I think there's a lot of politics that plays into that particular question that I personally can't speak of, just because I don't know. I don't know what these game developers, I don't know if they have vendettas against each other. I don't know if they're all going to be friends, you know. So I really can't give an answer to that, just because there's so many factors behind that I would have no informed opinion.
Yeah. I don't think. I don't think.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, JC
would think maybe not, but again, I can't really answer to that. But,
it's it's like gaming politics, isn't it? Just like it depends person to person, group from group.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, it's overall, we had a really exciting week for gaming because obviously Black Ops Cold War Season 4, E3, Deviation Games. I mean, dude,
it's
exciting. I'm like, I don't know. I've got this energy to me now where it's like,
it's because games are coming out. Things are happening. The whole boring period seems to be kind of over. Like we've had the Minecraft Cliffs and Cave Part 1 update, which is very fun so far. I had to get back on our server and get people on it. We've had this now, obviously, Jason Blundell, all the things happening at once, and it's like, oh my god, I'm overloaded with excitement and gaming news. You know? It's good to play video games. It's good. It's the gaming world right now seems to be like it's getting back on track.
It's a good time to be a gamer, man. It's a really good time. You got new games coming out, Far Cry, Battlefield, all that kind of stuff, and I'm just really looking forward to the future of gaming as a whole. But you mentioned it earlier, and I wouldn't mind talking about it a little bit. Minecraft 1.17 update.
Yeah.
The Caves and Cliffs update part 1 came out last week, or this week, because, yeah, anyways, Tuesday, the
Anyway.
8th, 9th, I think it came out. 8th, I don't know. But one of those
One
days.
day.
Whatever day Tuesday was. Let me look at the calendar. It was the 8th.
I think it was
okay.
the 9th.
It was the 8th.
Okay, whatever.
That was fun. I did a couple streams last week, and honestly, they added a lot of cool things. I like what they did with iron and all the other materials.
Yeah.
Where it's like the raw iron, and then if you mine the iron in a more solid material, like tough or what was the other one called? Cobble slate or something like that.
Yeah.
It can sometimes give you more. It can sometimes give you more. You got amethyst, which I was finally able to find on our server, by the way, Cosmic.
Really?
Believe it or not, right outside our mountain in the ocean, there was a giant geode. And it was like a giant cave just filled with amethyst. And it's
Nice.
really pretty looking. And you can use it for building. And you can make a spyglass. You can make a little spyglass to like zoom in and look in the distance. And I think that was pretty cool. Axolotls added to the game. My new favorite mob, Axolotl. They're very cute and very ferocious.
Yeah, you said that they play dead, don't they, as well?
Yeah, because they only do water combat. And when you're fighting a drowned or a guardian or whatever, they get hit a couple times. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm dead," and then they'll pop back up. It's like that meme. Yeah. "Oh, call an ambulance," but not for me.
Not for me.
It's literally that, but the axolotl does it in Minecraft. Goats are in the game now. Cool. Copper.
I haven't seen one yet. Have you seen a goat yet?
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Goats are pretty cool.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, they don't really do much, to be honest.
I seen in the trailer, like, just headbutting stuff. Yeah. That's what I see.
Yeah.
And I was like,
because if you stand too close to an edge, they'll headbutt you. But they won't headbutt you normally.
Why?
So, I don't know, man. And of course, the community voted glow squid got added to the game as well. You can pick up glowing ink sacks.
They are beautiful. You know that.
Yeah, they're
so
really nice looking.
At. Yeah.
And if you kill them, of course, you get the glowing ink sack. And it only has one use that I can see right now. And the only use is to make a glow in the dark or a light up, whatever, item frame.
And that's kind of cool.
Which is kind of cool. But, I wish there was more utility to it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there is, and I just haven't experimented with it yet. But I don't know. Lightning rods you can build with copper to make lightning strike down on that particular point, which I've never seen that happen before. And it's supposed to, when it gets struck down on the lightning, when the lightning strikes down on the copper, it's supposed to emit a redstone signal too.
So I mean, that's cool, but like that's more of like chance, isn't it?
Yeah. And I built this whole mountain base right at the top of a mountain to make sure, oh yeah, when it rains, I'm kind of close. I'm kind of high up in the air and all that kind of stuff. But the only problem is there hasn't been any lightning. As much rain as there has been in our server so far, there hasn't been any lightning. So I'd love to see that happen eventually.
I wonder if that's it though. Like it strikes and then that's it. That there's like a little pulse of redstone, and that's it. Or do you think it'll last a while, or do you think it's like?
No, I honestly I just want to see it. But it's.
I don't think it serves much purpose other than that.
Yeah. And then the big update, the big update that totally terraforms the way cliffs and caves, and the whole point of the update, work and generate in the world. That's coming out later this year during the holiday season. So that should be pretty cool. That should be pretty cool to see.
More stuff to be excited about.
More stuff to be excited about.
Good time to video games.
Absolutely, man. Minecraft is also one of those games that's very timeless, very relaxing, very chill. And yeah. Dude, I was trying to, on stream earlier this week, I streaming on the server again. I was trying to there's an achievement on PlayStation, or a trophy on PlayStation, where you have to use wax on every copper block, okay? The problem is there's 16 different copper blocks in the game.
Oh, no.
So not only do you have to use copper on the normal copper block, copper stairs, copper slab, Then you got to wait for it to become more and more oxidized. So now it's going to be, you have to use wax on a weathered copper block, and
Oh
then
my
a
god.
oxygenated copper block, and then an oxygenated copper block stairs. And like you just
There's
basically
so
have to play
much.
the waiting. Oh, and then chiseled copper. Like you got to use the wax on literally everything. And bees just don't produce enough honey
To
to
make
get,
it worthwhile.
dude. I was so, I don't know, man. I was waiting for probably 45 minutes for bees to produce honey at a beehive, and I literally only got like 2 or 3 pieces.
You know what we
So
need to do? I think we can make a bee farm. I think we can I think there's a way to move beehives.
there is, I think you need to use a silk touch axe or pickaxe,
Or
which I
it's
think I
either
actually
that
have one.
it's either that or it's pistons. One or the other.
Ooh, yeah,
Either
good point.
or. As long as we can move it and then just get a bunch, just make a giant beehive area.
Yeah.
Like make a big field. So you run down it, collect
Yeah.
honey. Ooh, very nice, you know? Like yeah.
Absolutely. I'll have to make another base. I swear, on your realm, man, I have like different bases. I got the one base at spawn. I got this mountain base for the new update. Now I gotta go make a
Yeah.
new base for a fucking bee farm. Like,
Yeah,
what's going on
I
here?
mean, we need to get more people on it. I'll send invites out tomorrow, and I can get some more people on it, so we can get some more
Awesome.
people to help do stuff. Because I want by the time the new update comes out, I want to be completely stacked on it and just be like overpowered.
Oh yeah, I just have this huge overpowered. Just everyone has netherite ready to go explore some new caves. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and then you also have lichen, which is a new block, which I don't know, it doesn't really seem to do much. It just kind of accents the caves a little bit. That's
Yeah,
really it. Um, there's also dripstone, which was added to the game as well. It's basically
drip.
there's a stalactite that hangs from the ceiling, and it drips water very, very slowly. And if you put a cauldron under there, it collects water. Um, so that's
Drip.
kind of interesting. And then if you knock the stalactite, it can fall and hurt people and mobs and things like that.
That's
So
funny.
pretty interesting. Pretty interesting
Yeah,
mechanic. But I mean, yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having fun with Minecraft again, which is
yeah.
always fun. I might stream some more of the Realm later this week. I haven't decided. But
I'll probably stream some in the next few days.
hell yeah,
Definitely
man,
up for
let's
playing.
let's
Yeah,
hop back on.
yeah.
But man, all I know is that what I'm gonna be playing more this week, not just Minecraft, but I am gonna be playing a shitload of Black Ops Cold War just because of the new season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And dude, I think Black Ops Cold War. The thing with season 4 is I think season 4 can be a turning point for players if they add some really good and new things and things that people like. Because, for example, they're
yeah.
adding Hijacked back to the game
Oh
in
yeah,
Black Ops
that'll be
2.
fun.
So people are going to like that. There's going to be new weapons. There's hopefully, there's going to be new zombie stuff. I just really hope that Cold War Season 4 is good for the fans. And it looks like it might
Yeah,
be, but I just really hope it's good for the fans, personally.
yeah,
And yeah, I don't know. I just think that because there's so many things going on in the gaming world right now, there might not be as many people excited about Black Ops Cold War at the moment.
yeah. At
But
the
I
moment,
just hope when the season comes out, people will be excited about it because I'm excited about it. And I want people to share that excitement with me. So,
yeah,
and you guys know me. I like gunfight, and there's a new gunfight map being added called Amsterdam. So that'll be nice to play on as well.
that'll be nice. Yeah,
Black Ops Cold War gunfight lacks gunfight maps because Modern Warfare has like 20. So, or that might be an over exaggeration, maybe more like 16 or 17, but 17 I think it is. But
Mhm.
I just think Cold War needs more. So I'm definitely looking forward to Amsterdam. Hijacked is gonna be fun. And did you
Oh
notice in
yeah.
the trailer, one of the new DLC guns is a nail gun?
Is it?
Yeah. So remember Black Ops 3? We had that nail gun.
Yeah.
It's
Is it essentially
it's
just
not gonna be as futuristic as the Black Ops 3 one. I think that one was the DIY Renovator. I think it was called. This is
Yeah.
literally, from what I saw, a nail gun, like something you would see in real life.
That's
So
funny.
that's definitely gonna be under the special weapon category, and that's gonna
How
be an
will
interesting video to make.
how will it play in zombies?
I'm
That's
gonna
gonna be
laugh my ass off if shooting nails does more damage than bullets.
than a
Because
sniper
I mean,
rifle.
obviously, I mean, you could impale a nail into a head, and that'll do a lot of damage, and that might kill somebody. But I just think it'd be really funny for some sort of construction tool like a nail gun. If that does more damage, kind of like the crossbow, right? The crossbow
Yeah.
can do more damage than certain weapons in the game. The fucking ballistic knife can do more damage than some. It's
Yeah.
like Treyarch goes crazy with the special weapons, which I'm not complaining. I think it's funny.
Yeah, I
So,
think it's cool. Make it so weapons have more personality, in my opinion. By them
um,
making certain weapons overpowered and slightly better than others, it gives them a bit more personality.
absolutely. And the thing is, I think Cold War can have those weapons with personality while at the same time making every weapon viable.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
And that's what I really like. And I will constantly go back to what Craig Houston said during the teasers and everything was being sort of slowly but surely released for Black Ops Cold War. Craig Houston said every weapon's going to be a viable choice because of the new system and what they have in place. And that's still true, I personally think. Of course, are some weapons better than others? Yes. But every gun is definitely better than it would normally be in a normal game like Black Ops 3 or 4. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. The chat is saying there's a gun that shoots rebar nails in Rage. If you know that game, I've heard of Rage. I've never played it. But that's pretty funny.
I seen all the promotion and stuff for it. I never picked it up either.
Hmm.
Looks fun though. Looks like Mad Max. Sorry,
Yeah,
game if yeah.
yeah. I remember the box art for that game, and it
Oh
definitely
yeah,
gave me
yeah.
some Mad Max vibes as well. But yeah, man, I think we're in a good spot. I think we're in a good spot for
Yeah.
gaming. And let me see. I'm actually gonna really quickly check my Twitter just because I'm curious to see if anything else was released. See if anything else was said about E3. Let me see. Well, the Call of Duty League is going on right now. That's another thing. I believe Paris beat Seattle 3-1. Let's see what else. Toronto swept New York 3-0, and I think Optic and Thieves are playing right now. So that's pretty cool.
Very nice.
Let's see. I don't see anything quite yet. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything quite yet. But I'm sure there's some more cool stuff. I'm sure there's some more cool stuff. Like Back for Blood. I know a lot of people people are really excited for Back for Blood. I don't know too much about it, to be honest. I haven't watched the trailer yet. But it's a zombies game, so I'll definitely
Duty
try
Zombies.
I'll definitely try to take a peek into that, see what Back for Blood's about. Because I never played the Left 4 Dead games either, and this is a Left 4 Dead game, right? Like it's in the same chronology.
Essentially, it's not Left 4 Dead because they don't own the rights to it. It's not the same developer. It's not the same developers. I think it's the same developers, but it's not the same development team.
Oh.
So essentially, I don't think they can call it Left 4 Dead 3, but what they're calling it is Back 4 Blood. First of all, it's keeping that 4 Left 4, Back 4 Blood. And I think it's essentially them saying we're back. We're back making another game. And it's the exact same pretty much as the past games, but they can do a bit more with it, I think.
Well, it sounds like to me that I should play some of the Left 4 Dead games just to see, just to get kind of used to the gameplay style.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I know a lot of people love those games. I know a lot of people love Left 4 Dead. So, be interesting. Be really interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Did that game have a release date or no?
I think it got delayed.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, like every other game. But Dying Light 2 is coming out, another zombie game.
Oh yeah. Never played the first one, but you have.
Yes, I have, and it's a great open world zombie game. I think it comes out on the 9th of December. Some point in December it comes out. Let me check.
All right.
Dying.
Yeah, again, another one of those games that I know a lot of people like that I just haven't picked up because I play a lot of Call of Duty. I play a ton of Call of Duty and, Minecraft, Skyrim. I play a lot of Skyrim still. I'm a little disappointed we didn't see any Elder Scrolls 6 at the Bethesda showcase.
Oh yeah,
I really wanted to see what they had in store for that.
What did they actually show? Did they show anything of relevance? Was it like Fallout?
Showed. What did they show?
By the way, the release date is the 7th of December.
7th. Okay.
Yeah.
They showed Oh my God! We were just talking about it earlier. What was it? Oh my god, it's gonna drive me crazy now. It's on the tip of my tongue. What did they do? What did they do, Jason?
Um, yeah, look.
We just talked about it. What are we saying? Oh, but one thing they did show was they showed Sea of Thieves, new DLC for Sea of Thieves, and very clever collaboration with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Really? Yeah.
Jack Sparrow is a character now in Sea of Thieves, and there's a whole quest with that. You got to fight Davy Jones. Like, I like Pirates of the Caribbean as a movie franchise, and that's kind of cool. As someone who's never played Sea of Thieves before, it makes me want to go check it out. It actually makes me want to go check it out and see what's going on. So, yeah. We got my chat saying the new season's going to be fun. Yeah, I agree. New season Black Ops Cold War should be pretty fun. And looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. Damn, what was that thing? It's gonna drive me crazy. We were just talking about it earlier.
We're talking about Battlefield. Wasn't that though?
Well, they did show the Battlefield trailer during the Xbox portion of the, because it was an Xbox Bethesda shared event.
So it wasn't Halo, because
they did show Halo though, which by the way again looks really good. Looks like classic Halo to me. Like, it's on the tip of my tongue. What did they show? What did they show? Chat, help us out here. What did they show at the Ubisoft event? There's a particular game I wanted to talk about, and I forgot what it was.
Let me have a look.
What do you think of the new Battlefield? It looks fun. It looks really, really fun, and I'm looking forward to playing it. Looking forward to giving Battlefield another shot this year, and yeah.
Okay, so Forza, Back for Blood, Age of Empires, Spyco, something too, The Ascent.
Was it? Wait, no, not Ubisoft. It was Bethesda. What am I looking up? Bethesda E3. Hang on.
Starfight, Redfall,
Back for Blood, Contraband. Yeah, Sea of Thieves. We talked about that.
Far Cry. Not Far Cry.
I think it was. I mean, I don't know. What is this? Slime Rancher 2? What is that? I didn't see that. Chat, what's Slime Rancher 2? What's Slime Rancher 2? Is it something I should pick up? Oh my god, I'm gonna lose it.
I know we briefly talked about Far Cry.
Oh yeah, another thing was the Xbox mini fridge.
Oh yeah.
Random.
Absolutely oh yeah,
random.
We're also giving away an Xbox Mini. Oh yeah, woo, we're selling these now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're taking the meme, aren't they? They're really rolling with the punches.
Halo Infinite. Oh yeah, Fallout 76 is getting updates. That's Omega lol.
Funny. Haha.
Maybe it wasn't Bethesda. Maybe it was Ubisoft, or I'm just going crazy. Let me see. I'm gonna look up Ubisoft. Ubisoft E3. Ubisoft Forward. Maybe it was that, because I know that was yesterday. So maybe it was something I was thinking from that event, and I'm just getting my wires crossed. Oh yes, it is. It is. I'm getting my wires crossed. Something that I see a lot of people excited for on Twitter: the Mario and Rabbids collaboration.
Oh yeah.
They're making a game together, so you get to play as Mario and the little rabbit guys, and you get to save the universe. And I know a lot of people are excited for that. It looks kind of fun. I mean, it looks like classic, fun, joyful Mario. So yeah, maybe if I get a Switch, I might check it out. Because I still don't have a Switch. But yeah, that looks fun. That definitely looks pretty fun to play. Let's see, what else was at the Ubisoft? Yeah, that was Far Cry. Oh, a new Just Dance game. I didn't see that. I mean, I haven't played it, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, see, what's my chat saying? Chat's saying trick shots now in the trailer and multiplayer. Halo going to be Halo's multiplayer is going to be for free. Yes. Halo Infinite's multiplayer is going to be free, which I'll definitely hop on some Halo multiplayer if that's the case. I don't have an Xbox, but I'll try to get it for PC. Same thing for Metal Slug. Metal Slug Tactics I'm going to get for PC for sure, because that's nostalgia for me. Because like I was saying earlier, I remember playing on the old Metal Slug arcade machine. So
that'd be fun playing it on your
That'll
PC.
Be really fun. That'll be really fun playing it. So, man, action-packed week for gaming overall, I
We
think.
talked about a lot today, didn't we?
We talked about a shitload today, actually. I'm surprised we were able to condense it down
In an hour.
And yeah, what is it? Yeah, the stream is just barely over an hour. We just condensed that all down because we just hit all those points.
Battlefield, I mean, Xbox Showcase, Jason Blundell, E3 just in general, Minecraft. Talked about a lot today.
Cold War Season 4, Far Cry. We talked about a lot, man. Talked about a lot. Wow. All I gotta say is that I'm very excited. Very excited for the future of gaming. I think we've said that like 50 times in this stream so far, but we are excited because we are gamers. So, there's a reason to be excited. So
exactly.
This time next week's episode of the Division Z podcast, we'll definitely be talking about Season 4 and see what happened there because I'm looking forward to it. And I think we're going to be ending it off for this episode of the Division Z podcast, episode 51, everybody. For everybody who was watching, what was your favorite part of today's live stream? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I know my favorite part was probably talking about Deviation Games just because I'm looking forward to seeing what Blundell can do. Looking forward to seeing what kind of new IPs he can create with PlayStation, that Sony partnership they got. So, yeah, man. Well, with that said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Well, again, what was your favorite part? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Check out the merch down below in the description as well as our official Twitter. And I guess with that said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, depending on where you are in this crazy world. We will see you all on the Division Z podcast once again very soon. Peace.
Bye, everyone.